We had some patches of sunshine yesterday, very few, but now, yes, as Adria mentioned, we are trading some sunshine for some wind, but I do promise you that as we get into next week, we'll have less wind and more sunshine. So we won't have to just constantly make this trade. So we have the high wind warnings that are currently up for the eastern slopes of the Tehachapi Mountains into northern LA County as well, including Mojave, Lancaster, and Palmdale. We could see some pretty strong wind gusts. Obviously, this is a danger to those driving high-profile vehicles, and this would potentially be some damaging wind gusts as well, because you can see as we get toward around the 7 a.m. hour, we're already looking at some pretty strong gusts around the Mojave area. Look what happens as we get into the afternoon, though. 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we've got this red patch popping up here. And if you look at the scale on the right side of the screen, you can see that we've got 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts in that red coloring. And that's not the strongest it's going to get. As we go into the overnight hours, look at some of this white that briefly popped in here. That's wind gusts above 70 miles an hour. Of course, it's more confined closer to the Tehachapi Mountains, but still some pretty strong gusts across the high desert floor for the afternoon. And that's not the only spot seeing some gusty winds. We'll see some gusty winds along the coastal areas getting into the afternoon hours for today. Around 40 miles an hour for Oxnard into Malibu. Rest of the region about 15 to 25 mile per hour gusts, maybe a bit stronger around Big Bear, 30 mile per hour gusts. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to take the low cloud deck that we have this morning, and it's going to push all of it into the Inland Empire and eventually force all that moisture to rise over the area mountains. That means we'll likely start to see some shower activity getting into the afternoon, mainly for the San Bernardino Mountains and the Riverside County Mountains. We could see that across the northern LA and Ventura County Mountains as well. That would be moisture coming out of the Central Valley. And then as we go through the remainder of the day, we are looking at sunny skies around the rest of the region. So basins on top here, coastlines down below. Here's how this will all play out. Breezy for the afternoon hours for today, windy for the coastline. As we get into the weekend, the winds calm down, we get more sunshine and temperatures start warming up. And that warming trend continues into next week, getting us into the mid-70s for the basin by Monday and Tuesday, which will likely end up being the warmest days of the week ahead. So we've got the valleys on top, i.e. forecast down below. Breezy for the afternoon hours for today. We'll get more sunshine in at valley locations than I think we will across the IE where the clouds may linger. But getting into the weekend, we'll get more sunshine. And then heading into next week, the upper 70s and the low 80s across all of our inland spots. Here's how it looks to the deserts. High desert on top, low desert forecast down below. Windy for today, windy for tomorrow afternoon. But as this weather system responsible for the wind leaves the area, the winds will get lighter. So breezy for Sunday afternoon. And I think the winds will be pretty light getting into next week with temperatures warming up into about the mid-80s across the high desert. Mountain locations, looking at those shower activity for today. This will be during the afternoon. Then we'll get more sunshine getting into the weekend and a warming trend into the mid-60s for next week. Lots of sunshine in the forecast as well. Again, just got to get past the shower activity for today.